Entrustable professional activities, EPA, describe a doctor's daily work tasks. Our medical students are expected to be able to perform these independently and in a patient-safe manner after completing their education. As a supervisor, you need to give the students feedback at least once a week after the activity has been completed. You should also grade the students' level of independence according to a 4-point observation scale. The students are responsible for recording the feedback they receive from you in their e-portfolio. The feedback that the student records in their e-portfolio should be done under your supervision, so that you can check that everything is recorded correctly. In this video, I'll show you how it works when a student registers EPA feedback via a form in the e-portfolio. This is what the home page looks like when a student has logged in to their e-portfolio. All forms are found inside each module. Our exchange students in CORK do their hospital placements in the following units: Emergency Medicine, Endocrinology and Diabetology, Gastroenterology and Hepatology, and Hematology. The student opens the module that contains the form they want to use to register EPA feedback. I am now opening the module Endocrinology and Diabetology to fill out a form. This is what it looks like when you open a module. To access the forms linked to the module, the student clicks on the yellow arrow next to Forms. Now you can see all the forms available for this module. The forms relevant for our exchange students in CORK are marked with CORK in the title. Click on the form you want to use to register your EPA feedback. I am now opening the form Differential Diagnoses and Plan for Initial Investigations. At the top of the form, you'll find information for both the student and the supervisor. Some EPA activities include support for feedback. This section helps guide both student and supervisor and usually explains what the activity should include. The student selects the level on the observation scale that the supervisor thinks best describes their performance at that time. Please note that the full text on the observation scale isn't visible at first. The student needs to select a level to reveal the description behind it. In this box, the student writes the feed-forward feedback that was given from the supervisor. As a supervisor, you might want to tell the student what they can do next time to reach a stable level of ability. In the next box, the student writes their own plan for continued development. In the list called Assessor's Role, the student chooses Supervisor if the feedback was given by you. In the Assessor list, the student selects your work email address. Remember, private email addresses should never be used, only work emails. If your email isn't in the list, the student can click Create New and add it manually. In the list called CORK Students, which is a required field, the student selects which hospital placement they're doing at that time. At the bottom of the form, there are optional tags. Anything the student tags can later be viewed under the Analytics tab. There are tags for clinical situations, complexity, and for example, if an interpreter or family member was present. Now I'm going to explain the different degrees of independence that we use on our 4-point feedback scale. When the student is an active observer, the supervisor carries out the entire activity and the student notes how the supervisor did and reflects on what the student should do the next time the student performs the activity. When the student performs the activity together with the supervisor provides detailed instructions or guides the student before and/or through the activity through proactive supervision. In the next step, the student has initiated the activity without detailed instructions or guidance through the activity. But the supervisor needed to take over or supplement in order for the activity to be patient-safe and/or within a reasonable time frame, i.e. reactive supervision. And finally, in the last step, the student has initiated the activity without detailed instructions or guidance through the activity. And the supervisor does not need to supplement. The fact that the supervisor needed to supplement does not include the supervisor's tips on the implementation of the activity, i.e. if they were not necessary from a patient safety perspective. These tips should instead be registered as forward-looking feedback separately from the observation scale. If you have any technical problems or concerns, please contact Maria Mardini at the following email, maria.mardini@gu.se.